one of the developers of this randomizer.
Howdy.
So, Steve, do you want to tell us a little bit about what flags we're running and how the randomizer works tonight?
Yeah, so we're using intermediate flags with a slight modification. They're doing full shuffle, so normally intermediate flags only use the key item slots to shuffle in, and so the one modification they're making besides just normal kind of casual play is that the key items could be in any chest anywhere, and beyond that it's generally a pretty easy flag set, nothing too difficult, although it could get pretty bad if they used more difficult flags, but they're not tonight.
And it looks like we found the Ball of Wind in the Village of Leaf. Generally, the first thing you want to do in the Village of Leaf is pick up an alarm flute to wake the guard up. You're going to want to get a pair of warp boots if you want. You can get an antidote. Matrick is going in to talk to Zebu to trigger that sleeping windmill guard, and everybody else is heading towards the Portoa area.
That's kind of their standard first plays from when I've seen them play before.
Now, normally in vanilla game, that path to Portoa is not available. Right now, you're seeing in Dragon Dark and Cross Product, they're using the shop glitch to get these shop items for free, and they're probably going to sell these items to make some money, so they'll be able to buy warp boots. Ooh, got the windmill key from the guard, so Matrick's going to go and open that up, which will give him another item spot as you enter into the windmill cave. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what he gets while all the other three runners are shopping and selling. We are gonna see Matrick's check of the item here. Fruit of Powers. That's not gonna help him too much at all.
They're still looking for their first sword.
Yes. Now, Dragon Dark right now used there's the Sword of Wind. Used a glitch, the statue glitch, where if you push yourself just in the right position, the game will push you back. It's supposed to push you, back away from the statues. But they're using the glitch to push themselves into that door. As soon as you enter that the waterway in Portoa, you can talk to the Queen again and get yourself an item. Oh, we found Flight in the Windmill Cave, so Matrick has a huge advantage now from picking that up right now, but it looks like everybody else is doing the same play. Matrick just won't have the money and have the everything else, and I did not see what he just picked up, but I believe it was another spell, but I can't quite see what he picked up in the other chest in Windmill Cave. Ooh, those petrifying eyeballs are not fun. Dragon Dark is going to activate his windmill and open up the windmill cave. So Matrick's going to use this flight glitch to go ahead and get himself up this hill and get another item. After you fight General Kelbesk for the first time, you can you'll normally get paralysis in this spot, but it's randomizer, anything. You can go up the back way and pick that up. Statue of Onyx is a fantastic item to get because he will be able to turn that in Bryn Mawr and get an item from who is the character? Not Kensu, it's Stom, right?
Actually, it's Akahana from the Statue of Onyx.
Akahana. Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
He's a bit of an item collector. There's 3 items related to him in the game, all over the place.
Yeah, see, Matrick's now going to sell his items. Ooh, those little poison puddles are troublesome in this spot. But the one enemy you do not want to find in this windmill cave early is flail guys.
I don't know. There's a few I'd probably rather not see here.
Oh, we got change. Okay, so the other item in windmill cave was change. Now Matrick's gonna go ahead and fly and get this item that's in the waterway, which is a tornado bracelet. So he's gonna have Ball of Wind and Tornado Bracelet, and now he's going to get the Sword of Wind, so he's going to be set with a good chunk of offense right off the bat. Night Dew looks like he picked up... what did he just pick up? I just saw it and I completely lost what it was. Oh, I think he picked up the Insect Flute. So that's going to be able to summon the boss in the swamp in the Bryn Mawr area once he gets a gas mask and the Sword of Fire to fight him. Matrix doing all of our runners are actually doing our favorite strat of swing the sword wildly while you're running around in case something runs in front of you.
Actually, there's some strategy of practicing the timing here.
Yep. You're gonna see too a lot of the Matrix right now. What I was talking about. There's a lot of barriers that are broken by level 2 swords charges, and that stutter step allows you to move while charging it up. And Cross Product is going to go ahead and pick up a vampire kill here and get into the Bryn Mawr area, which is awesome. Is that Deo's Pendant?
Pretty easy first boss there.
Ooh. And that Crystalis plant, if that's how you pronounce it, we are... that is good now. When he's in the Bryn Mawr area, he can go down there and, since he has change, he can get all the items from the Amazonas... The leader of Amazonas, her area right away. Change into a woman, give her the plant, and you can also go in the basement and find the item down there. Which is exactly where Cross Product's going right now. We found the battle armor in the Crystalis plant cave. Now, Steve, you want to tell us what exactly battle armor, what the advantage of battle armor is, if there is one?
I actually don't know the ins and outs of the armors, to be honest. I know Psycho Armor is the best one, and it's got kind of healing if you're sitting still. Battle Armor, I believe, is the second best, cannot be bought in stores, and it may have some other effects in terms of status, but I don't actually know.
Yep, we found a sword of... Patrick found a sword... Cross Product found a Sword of Water with Aerialis. And Bow of Truth in the basement. Bow of Truth is one of 3 required items we need to finish the game. Dragon Dark just picked up his Bow of Truth. Battle Armor is the only thing that properly protects from poison. Yes, Battle Armor is weaker than Ceramic, but if you want to have that benefit of not being poisoned... Cross Product does not have the Statue of Onyx, which Matrix picked up. Oh, we got Paralysis. So, this seed is actually looking fairly jetty. Dragon Dark is going to go... Ooh, I missed that item that Matrix just picked up. Did you see that?
Iron Necklace.
Iron Necklace. Iron Necklace is a defensive bonus when you wear it. I would personally rather have... Sorry, I would personally rather have the... I just lost my train. Oh! Cross Product.
Sword of Thunder.
Yes. The Sword of Thunder will teleport you to Chiron immediately. Now, if you have Flight or the Sword of Water and the Ball of Water, you can definitely open up a lot more. Having Flight opens up pretty much everything now at this point, now that he has Flight. Well, he had Change too, so he can access every town in the game right now.
Yeah, depending where the other items are, this could be a pretty quick seed.
Yes, looks like... Oh, we already found one of the bows. We found the Bow of Truth. You need the Bow of Moon and the Bow of Sun to get you into the back of that pyramid. You got to kill those like dog statues or whatever, lion statues. And then you'll use the Bow of Truth on Dragon 2 to transform him into the quote final boss. Although the real final boss is the tower climb if you don't have great equipment. Okay, yep, and Night Dew has the Sword of Thunder. Now, one of the things they need to know, there's that Messia recording that happens behind that the Triton guy that gives you normally the ball of water.
Yeah,
Since they got
all the way back there.
Yeah, since they got teleported out, they forget to do that. That opens up 2 checks, I believe, in Portoa. That's when the queen reveals herself as Athena, gives you, which would normally be recover, and that also triggers the sick dolphin to give a medical herb to trigger that, and they give you an item. So
Technically, it's one after the other. The dolphin's triggered by talking to Athena.
right. Oh, we got flail guys for cross product. I'm sure he's happy.
In a nice narrow corridor too.
Yeah. He handled that pretty well, actually, though. And all 4 of these runners are phenomenal runners at this game. Yep, Dragon Dark got his Sword of Thunder and gone. Dragon Dark and Matrick are first and second place. Any percent no wild warp on speedrun.com. So you're going to see some high quality play from these two.
Did you catch what Night Dude got out of Athena?
I did not. I think we got the Blizzard bracelet.
Consumable.
I think it was. I didn't see anything in there in the inventory there. We got Matrick took out his vampire, and he's got the Statue of Onyx, and I think he might be the no, he's not. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's see what the Statue of Onyx was. Matrick, you have it? Now, this spot here, which is the vanilla Statue of Onyx spot, which is just an old magic ring now, you have to go across that bridge to trigger that. If you just fly into it, there's going to be nothing in that in the patch.
Yeah, it's actually 2 different locations. They got to switch locations so that it's because you're not supposed to fly across that. Normally, when you're in this room, you have no flight at all.
Well, Dragon Dark just viewed the Messia recording, so he is going to go back to Portoa, so we'll get another chance to see what he gets. Matrick picking up his Sword of Water from Aerialis in Amazonas, and his Bow of Truth. Question in chat: How long does this speedrun generally take? Ooh, barrier up in Hydra. That's a great play going up there because nobody likes climbing Hydra, especially if you don't have the key to sticks. But anyway, sorry. The question in chat: How long does this speedrun usually take? Like for the randomizer? Steve, you want to answer that question?
The randomizer can go anywhere from maybe 40 minutes to an hour and a half, I'd say.
Unless you're me, then about 2.
Is just under an hour, I think, is the record.
Yep. Unless you're me, then it takes about 2 hours.
Yeah, likewise, I still haven't gotten sub 2 yet.
Alright. So it looks like Matrick is going to go back and view the Messia recording and open all that stuff. So no one forgot that. That's good. Sword of Thunder. So we're really looking for...
Go on.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, I have had the privilege of helping a few newbies through their first run, and that typically is more on the lines of about 4 hours.
This is the NES version, and yes, Matrick picked up a ball of fire, we see. Someone help. Smile Fry's helping us. Smile Fire's helping us in chat here. Yes, this game was ported on, and when I say ported, I use that term loosely, to the Game Boy Color. It's changes a lot. Reinterpreted is that's a good way of saying it. But also one thing I haven't talked about yet, and I'll leave that up to you to explain, Steve, is the scaling, the difficulty scaling. How does that work?
Actually, what you just saw Cross Product do is a sword charge glitch. He does not have level 2 Thunder, but he wants to get through an iron wall in the Oasis Cave, and so he
the sword charge glitch. Yep.
Popped out, set up a sword that he did have level 2, saved the game, and it looks like it didn't work so well for him. He's gonna have to reset the whole thing now. But this gives him basically access to level 2 Thunder without having anything but the sword.
Yes.
What were you asking?
About the difficulty scaling, we'll see 2 numbers down there by the level. Normally you only see just a level, but in this randomizer there's a second number. You want to talk about that number?
Yeah, so there's about 50 or so items in key items in the game, unique items, and normally the game is very highly scaling, and so the enemies you find in the very beginning of the game are super easy by the time you get a few levels up. So in order to kind of make it a little more interesting, we scale the difficulty of everything with the number of key items you found, and that's the second number, is how many key items do they each have. There's up to 47, because we let the last couple all just kind of collapse onto one. And at the beginning of the game, you have no key items, everything's pretty easy. It kind of forces you to get some levels in a way that's very different from the base game, where the enemies you see in each area are very highly dependent on what area you're in, and to the point that each one you can't even damage it without being the right level. It's kind of a very artificial grind forcing, and this seems a little more organic and natural.
It's it actually opens up some different strategy too. Do you want to try to grind a little early? Are you comfortable? You have to spend some more time fighting enemies early. Get some levels. Oh, we got the Bow of Moon in the Oasis Cave. So Dragon Dark just picked up the Bow of Moon. I didn't see if Cross Product got it though.
He did. He was kind of glitching a bit, so I couldn't see what he got.
Yes, and someone pointed out in chat, if you see a garbled chest, it is always a mimic. So, there's our Sword of Fire.
Bug.
Love Pendant. We got Paralysis, so we can turn that Love Pendant up in Swan. The Fruit of Repin from the little bunny creature right outside of Sahara. Now, Dragon Dark, nobody has the Ball of Thunder yet. So as you were talking about the sword glitch, if you equip and correct me if I'm wrong here, but if you equip, let's say you equip an item that you have a level 2 or 3 charge, and you save and then you in the menu switch over to say like the Sword of Thunder where you don't have anything, save and quit, you'll come back in with the charge there until you go back to the menu. Is that correct?
That's right. It's kind of complicated. I got some videos to explain how it works on our site. If anyone, Matrix recorded some nice ones to show how these all work. So I actually missed it. Matrix got the Sword of Fire and he sword charge glitch to get into to kill Sabera.
Oh, it looks like yeah. He went into he's headed that way. He went into Evil Spirit Island. Looks like Cross Product is heading towards headed towards Dragon 1, or at least that area.
Yeah, Evil Spirit Island's got about I think 9 chests in full shuffle. There's not too many key items in just the regular shuffle, but if you add in all the non-key items, quite a bit to be found here.
Gonna fight the vampire here. He'll get an item from that. Then he fights Sabera. Ooh, he got a level up on those bats too. That's a consumable. Magic rings are good though. But Cross Product did find a power ring in the pyramid. That is a very nice find. That really ups your offense and is really helpful, especially on that tower climb at the end that can get really trolly if you go up at a lower level. Cross Product picked up the gas mask from Azteca, so he's probably going to be heading into the swamp since he has the insect flute, so he'll be able to get all the item techs in there now. And we're probably going to see a giant insect fight with flight, which is actually pretty fun to watch. And I apologize to anybody if I miss anything, any pickups or checks. There is watching 4 people do this. This moves so quick. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everything. Ooh, nothing there. Just a mimic. And it looks like right. start having a small bit of technical difficulties. And there's Cross Product doing his floating insect fight, and with Hand Refresh, which is a great quality of life spell to find. It had a couple small technical difficulties, so chat, remind me or catch me if I miss something. Looks like Cross Product's gonna run up and probably fight. Oh, he didn't go up here yet. Okay, he got the Statue of Onyx. Oh, Ball of Fire from Statue of Onyx turn in. So I know a lot of our runners have that, but I don't think many have turned in the Statue of Onyx yet in Bryn Mawr. So when they find what that is, they might be kicking themselves. I ran a Miss Matrix seed. If anyone's ever run anything from Matrix, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And the Sword of Fire was in the middle of Goa Fortress. Just at a random chest in the middle, and that was the only thing holding me back. It was miserable.
Yeah, we actually recently upgraded our shuffling logic, and the new logic gets a lot more creative about where it puts important items. It's been really fun to see that happen.
So Cross Product just did a glitch here, kind of a glitch, kind of a a fun thing to do, where if you do the Stom fight, normally you automatically lose, I think, the first 2 times. But
unless you're a task.
Yes. But that was a really nice fight from Kelbesk from Nightdew. Kelbesk 1 is arguably more difficult than Kelbesk 2 in Goa Fortress. And he found the glowing lamp, while Cross Product found the broken statue. So together they have...
them together.
Yeah. But anyway, as I was saying about that glitch, if you teleport after you get struck the first time in that Stom fight, you will, if you teleport anywhere but Leaf, anywhere else will soft lock the game. Leaf, though, it will act as if you won and give you the item.
Yeah, it's got to do with looking at your Y position, I think.
Oh, we've got Nightdew's heading up Saber. Which is good. When you have the Sword of Fire and the Ball of Fire, going up Mount Saber is great because you can access all those checks. We also have the Tornado Bracelet, so that's opens every single check up. Dragon Dark does. I'm not sure if he has the Sword of Fire yet or not.
Yeah, I think he must have it.
Okay, yeah, so Asina only has a consumable because she's not giving anything to Cross Product right now. Which generally is the case when you don't have space.
Yeah, that's one of the consequences of full shuffle. Normally the NPCs will always give you an item you can take, but if you have a consumable and your consumable's full, then you just don't get anything.
Cross Product doing the same thing.
Yeah, whenever you see someone check their inventory a couple times, they're like, oh, that's what happened.
Yeah. Now, Matrix just had a great Dragon 1 fight. The thing about Dragon 1, and I learned this from watching, actually watched Matrix commentate Dragon Dark's, one of his runs that he did. Dragon 1 has no iframes, if you hit him with a sword. So, if you get him in the right position, he's done very quickly.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff actually with iframes and what we call tink strats when you don't have the matching sword, because I think tinks actually don't have iframes either. And so depending on what you're doing, you can actually do an easier job, sort of, with no matching sword. It's kind of funny.
And you'll see on Dragon Dark, when you come up to a consumable or something you have a full inventory of, that chest, it will like kind of push you a little bit, but not do anything before it says, you know, your inventory is full or whatnot. And Matrix's gonna fight the insect here. While looks like Nightdew is heading into Evil Spirit Island. I love flight insect fight. So funny. Dragon Dark is poking Messia, saying, "Hey, you're an imposter." And I was bad. I didn't pay attention to Cross Product's run in Village of Oak here. Let's see what he got. Looks like nothing. Interesting.
So you'll see that they're actually fighting these bosses, the generals, with level 2 swords. The shuffle logic that they're using, intermediate logic, actually does guarantee that you do have level 3 magic before you have to fight them, but they don't really need it, and they're not going to wait for it.
Oh right, sorry. Weapon in chat reminds us you have to have telepathy to talk to the oak people. So even when you kill that insect, I always forget about that. That's the reason why my seeds take forever. Oh,
so there was a question about the ball and bracelet in chat. Yes, they are progressive. The message that it tells you is what you actually got, but only because it matters for talking to Tornell on Mount Saber. That it needs to be the one that we call the bracelet, tornado bracelet, to get his item. But otherwise, they treat as just an upgrade.
Looks like Matrick. Was he sword charge glitching? He is to get it.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
he's trying to get that middle. He'll be sorely disappointed. I want to say it's like a medical herb or something. Oh, not as disappointed as that. Mimic.
No, I thought that was the bow of moon that he's missing.
Bow of moon's up top.
Oh, okay.
Well, he will get the bow of moon, so it won't be for naught. He'll have come in here for a good reason.
So I won't be too disappointed then.
Go. Oh, flail guys in that room. Ugh. And butterflies. Ugh.
Well, we all love butterflies.
Oh, Matrix's getting bodied by that bird. I can just hear cross product right now. And Matrix found his sword of fire. I guess he didn't have that?
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw it in his inventory, but I guess I saw wrong.
Did he beat Sabera without... Did he Tingstrat Sabera?
Must have.
Oh, we got the key to Styx from Dragon Dark here in the... Is this the waterfall cave? Yeah.
No, Axeman says he quit before Sabera.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Dragon Dark thinking where he wants to go now. I didn't see what he picked up there. I think he's thinking about going up Styx.
Has anyone found the key yet?
Yes, Dragon Dark just found it in the waterfall cave.
There's 6 chests up there that are ripe for having that bow.
And we know that Barrier is up on Mount Hydra too in the normal, the Bow of Sun spot, I think. Yeah.
Something like Dragon Dark heading up that way, so we'll find that pretty soon, and that'll help getting into Styx quite a bit.
Oh man, Night Dew. Doing some work on Sabera down here.
Magic heading up the back entrance into the fortress. I think this is the first one to go into the fortress at all.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, up here is, refreshes from Insect. When you have the ivory statue, you change, is that Kensu?
That's right.
Change Kensu back, but there's a lot of checks down here. You got a magic ring. In full shuffle, this is definitely where there's telepathy, so he can get all those oak checks now.
Yeah, he's down in the basement of Carmine's area, and there's 5 chests in very close proximity right here, so it's a pretty good bet once you can get down up here.
Oh man!
Statue.
Ivory statue and telepathy and the ball of thunder.
Definitely not one to skip.
No. So he can go back and he can... I think he's going to go... Is he going to go back and...
Oh, he's going to take out Carmine right now for sure.
Okay. I thought he was getting ready to go fight Mado, and no one wants to fight Mado without the Blizzard Bracelet.
He's actually okay fighting him with just the ball, I think.
Oh, I'm sure. I know he can do it, but no one wants to, right? I think he has
Although
it.
power ring would help. What did he get from Kensu? Did anybody see?
I don't think he got anything. I think it was a consumable. Oh,
And
boing.
here we go into Carmine. No barrier.
Now, on this flag set, does Logic... Is he technically out of Logic now since he doesn't have barrier?
Oh, he's definitely out of logic. They're all out of logic. But if they were in logic, they would probably take twice as long.
Gotcha. Yes. Warrior ring.
That's
Ooh.
a nice, useful one for the tower run as well.
And the shield ring. How many rings? We have every ring now, and we
Well, I
also
think
have
he
a
equips the...
flute of lime. So that waterfall cave will be good for him. Teleport. No more
So
worries.
he's gonna make good on the telepathy.
And
So you'll notice that he didn't actually fight the, go in and rescue the kid. Once you fought the insect, the kid is able to walk back home safely. That's the sort of the theory, anyway.
yes, he's okay. He makes it. He's fine. Everything works out okay. I'll tell you, there's
It's
nothing
actually
worse.
an accident of the triggers why that happens that way. We may fix that sometime.
Nothing worse than heading all the way down into like up to Styx or down in Goa and finding the Thunder Sword first thing and warps you right out. You got to go back. Dragon Dark checking Styx to find a mimic. Looks like Cross Product's doing the same. No, he's gonna go trigger the Shiren Massacre.
Yeah, we'll see what we find in Styx. Anything good yet?
Nothing yet. Medical herb. So far, Styx hasn't paid out too much, but it was nice to.
There was the flame bracelet there, or maybe that was earlier.
Was there the flame bracelet? Okay.
If you can't find the storm bracelet, flame bracelet's the next best thing for the tower.
Personally, I like the flame bracelet better for tower.
It's a little faster in some ways. I've heard good things about Blizzard too, but I've never tried it myself.
Alright. If I get those robots, if I can catch them in just the right cycle in the flame bracelet, you can kill. If you got the power ring, you can kill them in one.
And we got Antidote, kind of closing out the Styx with not too much useful. Cross Product's going forward through the fortress, it looks like.
And going up here with I believe the Sword of Thunder, triggers the Massacre at Shiren. So once you trigger that, you can no longer buy items in Shiren. You can no longer stay in the inn in Shiren. Magic picks up the eyeglasses, which will open up a check in Joel.
Medical herb from Kensu its change location.
Yeah.
Psycho armor for Cross Product in Sabera's area.
What's that?
Cross Product has got the Psycho armor, so that's useful.
Psycho armor is the best armor in the game. Will great defense and it heals you over time. Ooh, we got the Storm Bracelet. Yeah. He'll be happy for that. Definitely. Alright. As its scaling number goes up, fighting things definitely becomes much more worth it. As I was saying before, if you're comfortable going through some of the earlier stuff without fighting too much, you could, around this time, start killing stuff and getting levels very quickly.
Yeah, especially with the Warrior Ring, it makes it really easy. The experience scales up with the scaling as well as the difficulty. And the gold drops as well, but gold's all fake when you can just steal all the items you want.
Yeah. That's the one of my favorite upsides of going to Shiren before the Massacre is stealing those items there sells for a lot, and That's a good way to get some money. If you pretty much load up your inventory of stolen stuff from Shiren, you're good.
Yeah, well,
Was
enjoy
that
that while you
a-
can.
Fruit of Repin is great. Only useful like in 2 boss fights.
Yeah, otherwise, it turns out if you ever get hit by what is it, the warlocks or whatever
Yeah.
things they are that curse you, all you gotta do is go through a door and you turn right back.
Yep. Also, interestingly enough, that the game cannot. We got rabbit boots for cross products. So, yes, Night Dew, I believe, has the. Does he have the bow of moon? I think everyone has truth and moon. I think we're looking for sun right now.
Wait,
But as a-
I don't know, it was in the Oasis cave, right?
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yes. Yep.
Now, Cross Practice picked up Speed Boots, which is a new item we made in the randomizer out of the leather boots, which were pretty useless. It increases his speed by 1 notch, and it's a pretty nice item to have. In addition, of course, to having the leather boots effective preventing poison. Poisonous ground.
And spikes. It does protect against spikes too. There's the bow of sun.
We got the
Cross
Boa Sun
products.
in Mado's area. He's
Crosses
going
and
mode right
going.
away.
And that's where he's headed. He's headed right in. That's a pretty good check for cross product there to go through that way. Yeah, he's gonna load up on some magic rings and head on into the back of the pyramid to take out Dragon.
Did you catch which balls and bracelets he has?
I did not. I know I don't think he picked up Storm Bracelets, so he doesn't have that, and I'm not 100% certain if he doesn't have Flame Bracelets, so I think the only bracelet he has is the Tornado Bracelet.
Yeah, that makes an interesting choice because one thing that we also did for balancing was rather than having the swords scale up with the sword, so normally wind is 2 damage and fire is 4 and so on. We kept all the swords normal, same amount of damage, and the damage it does is based on how many upgrades you have. So there's actually a big benefit to using the sword you've got the bigger upgrades for. So we might see some interesting magic strats in the tower.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. He just switched over to a Sword of Wind where he has the what's the Storm Bracelet? Sorry, the Tornado Bracelet. I always mix up Storm and Tornado Bracelet. Dragon Dark is hopping through the desert. If you hop just correctly, you can hop on a frame where it doesn't. You don't take damage, but you also don't spend MP. Oh, I did not see what he just picked up down there.
Was a
it a
fog lamp.
Oh, yeah, definitely worth it.
I'm not even sure what he's looking for. Maybe Power Ring or
He might be
Ring.
looking for
Or the
another.
bracelet.
Yeah. Oh,
He-
Bert. Oh no.
Clearly doesn't have quite all the items he'd like to have.
Oh, that is a trolley spot for him.
Barrier deals with
He's
a lot of stuff pretty easily.
He's telling him what's up, though. Dragon Dark just picked up his telepathy. I don't believe you can sword glitch, or I guess you could technically leave, but you wouldn't be able to open your menu at all.
What was the question?
Oh, someone said they would sword glitch to get level 3 charge and Sword of Thunder, but you have to open your menu to get the Bow of Truth. So, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be able to do that.
You can actually leave the tower after, that was another change we made. You can warp out of the tower and then go back through if you really want something in the tower.
Gotcha. Alright, so we're seeing Cross Product just transform Dragon 1 after getting a kiss from him. Gonna run into his wings there to try to influence the RNG to get him to move forward and become vulnerable.
Yes, we're gonna see tornadoes on, probably more actually, like one tornado and then a bunch of stabs is my guess.
Yeah. Matt should use the okay. There we go. He's vulnerable. He's gonna stab him, and oh boy, the problem with barrier and stabs is there's a what is it? The 8th frame. Sometimes it will not block, and you get hit through the barrier.
Yeah, there's my understanding is 1 frame of not invulnerability. This is actually be interesting. Dragon Dark's heading down. He's gonna find the this last bow pretty soon too, and he's got a little better swords.
He went backwards too. Oh, he left.
Well, that's a little too bad.
Oh no.
My guess is he didn't want to go through Mado backwards without the higher water.
Oh yeah. Well, he doesn't even
going in the front way.
Yeah, he has got a ball of water. Yeah. Oh, cross product has down Dragon 1.
Well, at this point, it's sort of just a formality. He's got a lot of magic rings and he's got refresh, so if he takes it slow, he shouldn't have too much difficulty. But without the warrior ring, or I think power ring, it will be a little more of a challenge for him.
Matrick just sword glitched to get level 3 charge against Mado in here because nobody's about that life there. Is Cross trying?
He just sword glitched actually for level 3 Thunder. You can do that in the entrance room apparently.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, anywhere you can save, you can sword glitch, and you can save there.
Okay.
I, for one, can't keep track of all the rooms I can save in, though.
Yeah, neither can I. Matrix heading up, he doesn't have barrier. Looks like he's gonna go into Goa. There's that. Now, he's gonna run out of magic soon, so the 3rd level...
He's in a pretty good scaling, though. He's only at 33. He's able to actually wipe out the white robots with a single lag storm.
Dragon Dark fighting. He's going back into Goa, so he's gonna be bummed when he finds this Bow of Sun and be like, man, why did I leave when I was heading towards it? Nightdew's fighting Mado with just the ball of water, but he's not. Mado 1 is not that bad with.
Yeah, and again, that's actually not required by the logic they're using. It will give them the Blizzard Bracelet if they looked hard enough for it.
Right. Well, Matrick, Dragon Dark are both direction, so they're going to be finding their Bow of Sun and heading towards the pyramid very soon once they have a Sabera fight.
Yeah, the cross product sword glitch ran out. He had to open the menu to heal or something, or I guess find magic ring.
Yeah, those robots are not being kind. The tower's dangerous. The tower can be really dangerous if you're hurting for MP, if you're hurting for health, for any healing. It can hurt you. Matrick got his Psycho armor from somewhere in Sabera's area.
Well, we're at 2 out of 3 down, so he's looking in pretty good shape. He's only got 1 more floor of robots to kill.
Oh yeah, and once you get to Dinah, Dinah's free, essentially. Find the right spot, you won't get hit.
Enjoy that while you can, too.
Oh yeah? You changing that, huh?
I got some plans in my head. We'll see.
Oh boy. Oh, cross product! There you go.
So to chat, yeah, there's actually no minimum levels to kill anything. That's been replaced by the scaling factors.
That is personally Nightdew's heading backwards, so he's heading towards the 2. That is actually one of my favorite changes, because Nobody likes grinding up to 16 just to be able to damage a boss.
I think Crosspark is trying to push the robots down the stairs, maybe.
Yeah, get out of here.
And he's go for Dinah now.
He is. He's there. Dragon Dark just finished Sabera, and Matrick is on his way. Sabera is not being nice to him, though. Ooh, that's a bad spot for Sabera. Alright, so, with the 4 swords, you will forge Crystalis and...
Or fewer.
Yeah, or fewer.
I think Crosspark's also the only one with speed boots, so that also maybe helps him a bit.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, he's just gonna run up there and say, "See ya."
Barrier.
And cross product. Time is when the screen goes to black and you lose control of your character. And cross product finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 45 minutes and 55 seconds. Wow. Let's see if we can get him in here for an interview. Alright, so I'm trying to get Cross Product in here for an interview. Let's see how we do that. And Sabera is down for Matrick. Did Dragon Dark... Okay. Dragon Dark picked up his Bow of Sun, so he's headed in.
And Magic should have it momentarily.
Oh. And we're about to have cross product. There's cross product. GG, man. GG. What a run.
Hey, thanks.
That was wow. that was quick. That was pretty quick.
Yeah. Flight was actually really early. And there were 2 bows. I got 2 bows pretty quickly.
Yeah,
And
Truth and Moon. Sun was a little elusive. Magic just found it. So
yeah, it looks like match. Oh, I'm a little behind on this stream. DD's just grinding up, I guess.
yeah, he just got into the tower there. I mean, into the pyramid. So, but yeah. So, any particular thoughts on it? Anything you were happy about? Anything you would have done differently?
I don't know. I guess that's a very rare instance where I actually had to fall back on Tornado Bracelet in the tower, so that was a little fun.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
How about
think
Bert there?
maybe I
walking
would
your way
have
down?
tried not to blow an opal statue at level 1. It might have been better.
Yeah. Well, see now, cross product. You're one of the developers
Yeah.
too.
And,
So
oh,
you've been
right.
You've been doing a lot of work with this. So, what are your thoughts on how the randomizer itself is progressing along, and any future things coming? I know you've done a lot of work with the tracker and everything like that.
Yeah, I've been working on the emo tracker HUD, the Crystalis. So that's if you have emo tracker, check that out. It's a really good program. It's pretty cool. There's like voice command and chat HUD and all that, which just be careful about your specific tournament rules when doing stuff like that. But it's a really awesome program, and I just pushed out a release today that has all the minor item locations. So if you want to do a full shuffle like you saw us run tonight, and you don't know where to find stuff, well, you can find it on all the maps that I've been laboring over the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it turns out there's actually a few missing from the websites that have maps for vanilla, because why bother showing where the mimics are? But you shuffle the mimics in.
That's one of the things about full shuffle is learning those mimic spots. and just kind of knowing where the mimic spots themselves are. We got Matric and Dragon Dark are both in the Dragon 2 fight.
Well, we got different strats here. Or no, we don't. He's using Storm 2.
Ooh,
I was thinking it might have been actually a pretty good idea to go and Sword Charge Glitch to get Storm Bracelet for Dragon, but I just kind of the stabs were working out for me. I think my scaling was low enough that I could get away with just stabbing him.
Yeah, you had a very, very good Dragon fight. He took a little while to open up and become vulnerable for you.
Yeah, I think the pattern manipulation's a myth. I don't know. I want to. I want to actually look at the code and see. See them running into the wings. Oh, I didn't even get a bunny beam from him. You want the bunny beam because it's always followed by a longer vulnerability phase.
Gotcha. Did you ever were you ever nervous at all in the tower?
No, I did. I was watching my health pretty closely. I knew when to bail and swap over to refresh, and I also was well prepared. I went in with 7 magic ring. We went up pyramid and tower.
Well, Matric climbing the tower, and Dragon Dark is heading into the tower right now.
Man, these guys got Warrior Ring and Storm Bracelet. I'm so jelly.
Oh yeah, you were totally underprepared for it, but you made it through, and it paid off.
Yeah, you took that finding that bow of sun. The route you took for that was definitely the right play. You're like, oh wow.
I almost went in from the back, but then I was like, oh, but what if Ivory's statue turns up somewhere earlier in Dragonia Castle? I want to get as much stuff as I can on my way to get that. So, shout out to not having to fight Mado too.
You want to know where Ivory's statue is?
It was on Carmine or something.
It was in the basement before Carmine. Yeah, right there.
That was. See, I would have come across it before getting the Kensu blob, so it was the right idea, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Dragon Dark actually went that way and headed back. Was headed towards the bow, and poured it out and went in the other way. So he did like so much more of Goa than he needed to. But
anything to not fight Mado 2.
Seriously, no one wants to fight Mado 2.
I see that Night Dude favors Sacred Shield. I like that. I like keeping a Battle Shield. Actually, did I remember to switch to Battle Shield for the tower? I might have forgotten. Oops.
Yeah, so much stuff happened. Matric is getting his the Crystalis here, so Matric is just a technicality away from finishing. Unless he just stands in the whatever, the bullets.
That's an interesting strat, let me tell you.
Here's our Dynafite. Oh, he found the spot where you don't get hit. Stand there, you're done.
That's where it is. I'm always a little too far south. That's what I've been.
I accidentally found it one time, and Matric finishes second place with a SRL time of 52 minutes and 55 seconds. GG to Matric. So, before we get Matric in here, Cross, anything else you wanna join? You wanna share? Or just hang out in here when Matric gets here too? So there he is.
Thanks.
So
DD.
Oh, did you just finish?
Oh, Matric finish. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yes.
I gotta get on the restream here.
He was right on your heels, though.
Yes, he was. He was actually slightly ahead of you before heading into Dragon 2.
Really?
And then your Dragon 2 fight was a bit quicker, and that pushed you ahead.
Ah.
If I remember correctly, I could be completely wrong about this, so don't believe me.
There could be a scaling factor as well. I'm not sure what Matric was at, but DD's at 40.
I'm actually higher than he was. I finished at 44.
You were, what was your level? Was it like 11 or
12?
He's 10.
Yeah,
so.
I was doing 2 more damage per hit. Which matters.
Yes.
Oh, he's also using Warrior Ring strats in the tower. Does he never find the Power Ring?
I believe he did.
Well, either way, Cross, I'm guessing you dove Goa early.
Not that early. I still had like I did all of Saber West and Saber North. I didn't go into any of the Portoa caves, like any of the 3. That probably saved me some time.
Yeah, I hit
And-
all.
Well, Dragon Darch finishes with an official SRL time of 54 minutes and 49 seconds. GG to Dragon Dark.
Yeah, good runs.
Yeah. Oh, Nightdu's fighting
Now we're gonna
Mato
wipe
too.
Tomato too.
Oh, he's got the blizzard bracelet. I was dreading that because I never found it.
Yeah, I was almost just gonna check all the items before Mato 2, then leave into a sword charge glitch so I could fight him with Blizzard Bracelet. Or I could have just left that one item in there and gone in backwards and gotten all the Carmine stuff, but it turned out that after I got Bow Sun, I didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah, well. I made the
Night 2
backdoor
go
play.
back.
I made the backdoor play early, and then I didn't come back the front door until I literally cleared out everything else on the map except for Saber North. It's the only other spot I had.
Oh.
And I only had 2 chests left in this area. I had the one at the top, the normal magic ring chest on the right, and the one at the top in Mato's room, plus Mato 2. I had everything else cleared.
I never did Evil Spirit Island either. I kept meaning to go there, but then getting distracted. And then once I realized that I was pretty well equipped for Goa, I decided to do Goa instead of Evil Spirit Island.
And there's Dragon Dark. GG, man.
Don't worry, Evil Spirit Island didn't really have anything of value.
I double dipped it too. Ouch!
I didn't double dip it, I single dipped it. I waited till later. I
Yeah.
almost dipped it early, and then realized, wait a minute, I don't have Sword of Fire. I'm not gonna deal with this. Let's go past this.
Sword of
Yeah.
Fire was in a fun spot though.
Yeah, it was the buried sword again today. Usually it's always seems to me. Oh, there's the speed boots. Boo!
Yeah, I
Where
think
were
Cross
they?
Product is the only one that got him so far. So nice.
Oh,
were-
Nightdu just picked him up, yeah. But
Yeah, the middle upper chest in Mato's.
I guess you guys went to the left first, got the
Yep.
bow, and peace out.
That's exactly what I did.
Nightdu just got his bow, so that's where he's heading. So.
Yep, that's one of those when you get it, you go, oh. Alright, here we go.
So who else
Well-
had the Iron Necklace equipped most of the run?
I didn't
Now-
find it.
I
Dragon
had
Dark-
Dio's pendant the whole run.
I didn't find Dio's pendant, but I found Iron Necklace super early and then had nothing else forever.
My first worm item was actually Power Ring, so I just used that most of the time.
I didn't find that either.
I wondered why you were using the warrior ring in the tower.
No,
Uh,
Dragon Dark,
I
I
never
have a
found
question
Power
for you
Ring.
if you get a second.
Where was
I've got- It was in Dragon 1's castle. But I got a question for you. So, you were heading in Goa. You came through and you were heading, like, broke the Thunder Door and you were heading in and then you ported out to change into Arcana and find that item. Did you port out because you didn't want to fight Mato 2? Did you not have the Blizzard Bracelet or...
I didn't
Or
have
what?
the Blizzard Bracelet, and I figured I
Okay.
could go to the front entrance and get more checks quicker.
Gosh, I guess we were like, no, don't, you're right there. But then, and I just thinking about it, I'm like, wait a second, he may not have had the Blizzard Bracelet. So, gotcha.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, didn't have Power Ring. I think Psycho Armor was in the front too, so that's another good item to have for
Yeah,
me.
it was. It was
Yep.
in Sabero's area, upper left chest.
And yeah, the
Yeah.
power ring was in the magic ring slot at the top in the pyramid.
Small pyramid or big
Yeah.
pyramid, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's the same pyramid and it's just a back entrance, but I just like calling them big pyramid and small pyramid.
I believe the back entrance is the crypt.
The back entrance is the crypt.
I mean, a pyramid is just a crypt. Like that's
Yeah,
already what a pyramid is.
This is true. So apparently you got to Dragon 2 before I did, but because I had the power ring, my Dragon 2 and my tower was just faster than yours.
Yeah,
Well,
you,
Draken 2 didn't give me a terribly good pattern either.
He
I mean,
gave
you
me
were-
double short lasers.
you
Yeah,
weren't
he
that
didn't-
far
we
ahead.
got
He went like four bounty balls before giving me lasers.
Yeah. Nighty just got a good pattern.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch going water on Dragon 2 and possibly the tower as well.
Yeah. He didn't get the storm bracelet? Oh, no, he didn't. Oof. I never found Barrier. I have no idea where it was.
Barrier was in the Bow of Sunspot.
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I went to Mount Hydra, and I was going up towards the Bow of Sun, and I went into Flail Guy Hallway, and I had no way to heal, and I didn't have much health, and I got bodied in there and went, nope, warped right out and said, forget it, I'll come back.
I blew my opal statue at level 1 on those guys.
See, I didn't try to do Mount Hydra early. Like, I got the Sword of Thunder teleported me out of a freaking convenient location. So I'm like, nope, I'm going back there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get these Misia triggers here, and then.
Nope.
Yeah, it's the same thing I did too. I went over there, got the Sword of Thunder, went, ugh, grabbed the Zebu item, hit the, and then immediately just went back to Porto.
Yeah, I had paralysis by the time I went to Flail Guy Hallway, so it wasn't actually that bad.
Oh, that's nice.
I missed a lot of stuff.
Never
I
found
made
refresh, never found teleport, had no way to heal at all going through the crypt.
I forget where teleport was.
I found every magic ring possible, though. Like, I think I had like 4 or 5 of them at one point. I'm like, I need to start throwing these away because I don't have room for warp boots anymore.
Yeah, that's always a problem. I think teleport might have been in Oak.
I never went to Oak.
Yeah, you got teleport pretty late.
Yeah, I didn't get it early because I went to Oak early because I had the gas mask and the insect flute, and I was like, cool, I'll go get all 3 of those items. And I didn't have telepathy, so I had to make a second trip.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
walk-
okay, because you get the warp point. It doesn't really lose that much time.
I just walked in and it was like, go in peace. And I was like, oh, nice wait a minute. No, I don't have telepathy.
Yeah, that's right. That confused me a little bit, because Steve had to remind me about the needing telepathy, and a couple people in chat did as well, because I forget that all the time.
Yeah.
But it's actually this is a pretty good treat because we have all 3 developers in the chat right now. 4 actually. So yeah, 3 of the developers. Cross Product works on a bunch of stuff, so it's pretty cool that we've got all those people to get your insights on this. So anything particular about the randomizer you want to say to the community to get, maybe more people come in and join us?
It's not as scary as it looks.
It's really
No, yeah, and the other thing is, there's a lot of people that when they first started this off, they were getting 2 and 3 hour times on runs, and they're competing now. And this game is mostly about learning how to deal with the combat and then knowing the maps. It's not a there's some fun glitches that you can utilize. You probably saw some of a sword charge glitching and things of that nature, but it's not super duper complicated. It's a really solid game with good gameplay, and it's a gem a lot of people missed out on. So, good stuff.
I actually found in helping promote the randomizer that this game Crystalis, it's way more popular than I thought it was. So many people are just coming out of the woodworks like, oh man, I loved this game as a kid. And I'm like, I didn't really know it was that well known, but a lot of people are excited for it, which is really cool.
Yeah,
It's consistently on lists of
I
underrated
discovered
games.
this after you did your RPG Limit Break showcase a while back, and I joined, kind of popped in the community, and I've had a blast with it. I still get 2-3 hour times, but
It's alright, you'll get there.
Make sure you give PMAC and the others a follow too, because they're all really good streamers. I've been watching PMAC's Crystalis rando streams lately, and yeah, it's just a really cool guy and loves talking to his chat and explaining what's going on. So really good stream to check out if you want to learn, because kind of like learning along with him, and he's picking it up really fast, and he's good at explaining what's happening.
I can explain what's supposed to be happening. I can't guarantee I'm going to be executing it.
And yeah, shout outs to Steve Hacks also, I guess commentated with you tonight. Basically, he's the guy. Like, he's the guy that's actually coding it and making it happen.
We're still looking for contributors, though.
Steve is the guy. If we have an issue, we go, Steve, help! What happened?
Although every time we get a vanilla item, we still yell Fred.
Yes.
Some traditions die hard.
Like that windmill key.
Oh yeah, right. I made my Fred call.
You were the only one that went there first, too.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That's standard metric.
I'm just so ingrained in that. Like, the only time I will ever go to Portoa first is if I start with a Sword of Water. Otherwise, I'm going straight for the Windmill Guard every time. Because I
feel
always
like
buy a
there's
pair of
literally
Warp Boots.
No reason to do Windmill Guard first.
Well, I mean, my thing is that I always buy a pair of Warp Boots. So if I go there, I get that free item out of the way, and I can warp right back to Leaf and head over to Portoa. If it happens to be something, really important, like my first sword or the Windmill Key in this case, then I get a whole bunch of extra checks out of it. So
I think you're more likely to be forced to go back since you don't get Windmill Key.
Well, Night Dew, real quick before, sorry to interrupt, but Night Dew has just finished 4th place with an SRL time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 23 seconds. GG to Night Dew. About 1 hour and 15 minutes faster than I would have finished.
I'll tell you what, we did a full shuffle tonight. When we first started this, we were doing only key item location shuffling. And so the race times for people early on as they learned the game, it made for simpler seeds because you didn't have to know every single location of everything in this chat in the game, as well as there's some items that are like way out of the way. But when you switch into a full shuffle, what happens is that there's so many areas of the game that are more lucrative because they have a number of randomized chests in them that make them better. So when I'm playing the game, for example, when it doesn't have full shuffle on, I play it entirely differently and prioritize certain areas completely different.
Yeah,
And
like the Fog Lamp Cave has three
4
items.
It's got 4.
It's got 2
Yeah,
mimic.
Stixie as well.
Yeah, Stixie's another
Stixie
one.
goes from 1 item to 6.
Right, and so those are super high priority. Evil Spirit Island's another one. It goes from having 3 items to 7. So those areas are areas that you want to prioritize much earlier, and it really affects the flow of the game and how people learn to do it. But if you jump into a full shuffle on this, you are guaranteed to learn everything in this game because it's going to force you to go everywhere. It's fun.
Well, there's Night Dew. GG, Night Dew. Sorry.
Thank you.
GG, man.
GG.
How about that, Bow Son?
I don't need to dive Goa Castle. I can get out as soon as I kill Carmine. I don't need to dive further.
Oh, that was fun. That was a fun one to watch. It was, it's went fairly quickly for a full shuffle seed. Sometimes, a lot of times, it can go a little bit longer than that. But
Well, we didn't have the hard mode flags on either.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah, so the
I'm
randomizer
okay with
actually goes
everything
a pretty
Thanks,
wide
Brad.
range of difficulties.
Hard
there
mode's
is
fun.
there is a lot of there's a lot of different flag settings on the website that you can check out. So whatever fits your playstyle, you can customize the flags to how you want.
Hey Steve, you know how there's a flag where you could be forced to use the wrong sword on the bosses and you have to tank them?
Oh yeah, totally.
Why don't you make another flag that takes away all the elemental weaknesses of all the bosses, so you have to tank every boss every time?
Oh, I was talking about that this morning. That's one I will never
No, you
ever
weren't.
use.
Don't do it.
Everything does 1 damage to everything. Yeah, another one could be just as an easy mode flag is making everybody vulnerable to all elements.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff we can do, and we're still playing with her with ideas. Anyone has any cool ideas? Just let us know. Jump in the Discord. We're pretty friendly.
Here's the other thing. We're only like 3 months old as a project. So we're still a relatively baby randomizer for as far as we've come, and the great advancements we've had have been due to Steve just being able to process the stuff and he blew this game open right away and was ready to go. When it came time to start making the randomizer, he's made huge leaps and bounds in a really short period of time. But it's been
You didn't see the 6 months I hacked at it before anyone saw anything.
Sure, that's right. I mean, when we got hooked up, you already had all that done. But what I'm saying is like when you started with your monster randomizer in the very beginning, to where it is now. It's just gone super fast. It just catapulted once we got it.
Yeah, it's been really fun to be in part of this.
Oh, absolutely. I've really enjoyed being in the community. I mean, I come in, I've learned a lot about the game. I used to play this game a lot as a kid. My Alexa just talked to me. That was weird. So that was really strange. But yeah, it was. Let's see.
Eventually, those are the someone asked in chat about playing it as a different character. There are some people who have said that they were going to look into how to modify the sprites and things like that. And whether or not those are coming sooner rather than later, we don't know. The link to the Discord is also on the website itself. I could make one, but it's right there at the top of the website. So anybody that visits the website will also have access to the Discord. But yeah, there's a lot of little things that are coming. I mean, somebody else mentioned, I think it was
Contributors
Feasel.
welcome. That's kind of the thing. So right now it's anything I can get to, and I haven't done much sprite work, so I haven't really done much. But I would love to see it playing as Lucia, although it's a little awkward with the change in Amazonies. But yeah, contributors welcome. I'd love to see what folks can bring to the table. I definitely welcome a pull request or whatever else.
Yeah, I was saying Feasel mentioned entrance shuffle. That's been talked about. That's one of those things that has been hinted at and been poked at and is kind of on the table at some point, but not quite there yet. And then there's
no one's going to see it coming.
plans.
We've got some kind of experimental branches that I occasionally advertise, and one of these days I'll advertise one, and you'll jump into it and be like, "What in the world just happened?"
Oh, well, this, as Patrick did say, this is a fairly young randomizer. So if you are interested in watching as it grows and develops, definitely hang out. We have people in there that played this game as a kid, played this game a lot vanilla. We have a couple people that run it, that race with us, that have never played the game vanilla and played the randomizer right off. So it's very accessible. There's lots of links in the help section on the website, and everyone's willing to help out with everything on there. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in learning a new randomizer, check this one out.
Yeah, if you just jump into the Discord and say you're running a blind first run, someone will jump in and help you out on the stream, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Just don't let Magic roll any of your seeds.
Or you should let him roll all your seeds.
I don't know, he rolled this one pretty well.
That's true. He did roll this one. So
yeah, this one wasn't too bad. Well, guys, thanks for everything. Appreciate the commentary on you guys. Thanks to the runners, coming on board, having some fun.
yeah, thank you.
I'm going to sign off.
Last.
Yeah, we had a good time. Thanks again, Feasel, for putting us on here. Really
Very much
appreciate
so,
that.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yes, big thank you to Feasel and Speed Gaming for hooking us up here tonight. What a great way to showcase this new randomizer on this wonderful Monday night. I believe we're gonna go ahead and sign off then. Thank you, Steve Hacks, for co-commentating with me. It was a blast. It was great for your developmental insight.
My pleasure. It's fun.
So, well, thank you everybody that were here to watch. GG to all the runners. Please follow all these runners. They're fantastic guys. Follow myself if you'd like. My co-commentator if you'd like. And yeah,
Yeah,
stick
it's the
around.
wrong link that came on the bot, but oh well.
So, but yeah, definitely join the Discord. Check out the website. Join the Discord, and we'll help you get started. And it'll be a blast. So, thank you all, and I hope you all have a fantastic night. Thanks again, Steve. Thanks again, Speed Gaming, and all of our runners.